this video, I would like to say a very special thank you to my lovely channel members, Debbie Perry, Call Me Ash, Paul Johnson, and Samantha Wilson for their support. Thank you so much for supporting me in this year as well as last year. I truly am so grateful for every single one of you, and I'm very excited to see what this year has in store for all of us. And now I hope that you enjoyed this video. Hello. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a new ASMR video. My name is Lotta, and today I'm telling you all about my vacation yet again. This December and January over New Year, I visited Budapest in Hungary with my friends and my partner, and I took some pictures and videos that I would like to share with you. I'm actually doing this a lot differently than I usually do, because usually I prepare the videos first and then I talk over them. And today I'm just going through my travel journal with you and scrolling through my library, like my photo library, and then I'll put together the video later on. But we started on Sunday. I don't know what date that was. I think it was like the 29th. We started on Sunday and started in the afternoon and first drove to Berlin. And from Berlin to Budapest we took the night train, which was very exciting. I've never taken the night train before. It was very cramped, very tight, very, we all had to pull ourselves together because we had like 4 square meters for 6 people. But we did it. We arrived in Budapest on Monday morning at like 8:30. And then we first went and had some breakfast, which was much needed because we were very hungry. We actually sat at the breakfast for quite some while, and then later on we brought our luggage to something where you could leave your luggage and then pick it up later. And so we were free until we could go into our Airbnb. We then took a stroll around the city. We visited a Christmas market by accident and went a little bit of, did a little bit of shopping. We went to go get groceries just before it was time to go get our bags and then go to the Airbnb that we had booked. We took a much-deserved, much-needed afternoon break from 3 to 5 p.m. because we were exhausted from the travel. And then we went out in the evening to eat. We ate some Hungarian dinner. I had lecho, which is paprika, tomato and onion cooked together, which was very delicious. Yeah, and then we just had an early night. We went home at like 8 and then just went to bed. And then it was Tuesday, which was New Year's Eve. And first I went to the bakery and got us some delicious bread. It was so delicious. Very expensive, but so delicious. And after that, we took the metro to Elizabeth Square, I think it's called, where we started on a free walking tour. And what that means is, I can't recommend it enough. You book a tour with a tour guide who's local to the city you're in, and you don't have to pay anything in advance. You walk around the city and you learn facts about the city, Budapest in our case, and then afterwards you tip the amount that you find appropriate. you're interested, just type in the city you're visiting and then free walking tours, with spaces in between, not like as a website, and chances are something will pop up. Then we went to Buda, which is like, there's like a river going through Budapest, which is the Donau, the Danube, I think it's called in English. And on one side is Buda, and on the other side is Pest, and together it's Budapest. And we went to to Buda, and went to a cafe where we had some cake. And then we again got some groceries and took an afternoon break. In the evening we did go out again to a lovely, lovely tiny Thai restaurant where we ate some awesome Thai food. It was super delicious. As you can see mine here, this was rice noodles with tofu and broccoli, carrots, and like a peanut sauce. Oh, loved it. Then we kind of went on like a bar hopping tour. First we visited a ruin bar. If you don't know what that is, don't feel bad, I didn't know either. Basically, I don't actually know like how it came to be historically, but in Budapest, and I think especially in Pest, there are lots of bars in basements that you can enter from the street, and they're called ruin bars because they're like in the ruins of old buildings and stuff, and they're very popular. Anyway, we first went to a ruin bar and then to a London stone pub. And you know what's so funny to me? I'm roasting the Brits for a second, just for a split second. In the London pub, there were so many British people, and like, why do you go, like, what, as a British person, why do you go to Hungary, to a different country where you probably have to fly to? Why do you fly to a different country if you're just sitting in bars that serve drinks that are similar to your country? Like, that's like if I went to Budapest and then ate German food. Like, I'm not judging, I just don't understand. Like, even I felt weird going to a London pub in Hungary. After a quick stop back home, we, like in our Airbnb, not like in Germany, we went to the parliament. There's a huge space in front of the parliament, and we watched the fireworks go up, and we started into 2025. It was midnight by then, and we even found some like what's that kind of candle called that like sends sparks in every direction and it's not very dangerous? What's that called? We found some of those on the floor and lit them up, and and now we just sat in our Airbnb and chatted until like 2 a.m. Obviously, then the morning of the new year, the 1st of January, was very lazy. I think we ate breakfast at like 1 p.m. Quick tip from someone who's never been drunk. Maybe this is stupid, maybe everybody knows this, but if you're drinking and you don't want to have a hangover, there's like electrolyte powder that you can put in water, and when you drink it, it counteracts the hangover and makes it so that it's not as bad. Anyway, then we took a stroll to the Buda Berg, not like the that was German, the Buda mountain, Buda hill, which is like the castle hill. And there's like a train that drives up at a 48-degree angle, but it was super expensive, so we walked up there by foot. And the view would have been amazing if it hadn't been so foggy. But yeah, we walked around the Buda Castle Hill until it got dark. You can see here probably some more pictures. And then we walked back across a bridge to the Pest side and then ate dinner. And we were all so hungry, and it was the 1st of January, so pretty much nothing was open, including supermarkets. so we couldn't even buy something to cook. And so we went into the first restaurant that we found that was open, and it was even a good one. And then again, we were home pretty early. I think we got home at like 7, and then just had an early night on the couch, all 6 of us, watching Netflix, and then watching something called Bernd das Brot, Bernd the bread. Please Google it. It's like every German child is traumatized by Bernd the bread. Yeah, and that was Thursday, our last full day, and we started it by visiting the Ludwig Art Museum. Yeah, which I personally thought was really good. And then afterwards we ate langosh, which is, I think, the Hungarian equivalent of pizza. All Hungarians can now be very mad at me for saying that, but that's like the best I can describe it. It's like dough with sour cream and cheese on top, and like sausages or whatever you desire. I actually didn't really like it, but after that we had some chimney cakes. I think they're called kalash, is that right? Which were very good. And then in the afternoon we went to a market hall, and that's the only thing I didn't take a single picture of because it was a little disappointing. But then we went home and recharged, and in the evening we went to a street food market which was called Caravan. And originally we wanted to just eat something quick and dirty, and then go into Simplakert, which is probably the most famous ruin bar in Budapest. But it was very delicious, so we stayed at Caravan for a very long time. And when we got out and wanted to go to the ruin bar, we saw that there was a queue almost all the way around the block. So we decided to revisit the first ruin bar that we had visited on New Year's Eve, which is way smaller and like not empty, but like there's way less people, no queue. So we spent our evening there. And then it was Friday, time to leave the Airbnb. Sadly, we left at 11 a.m. and then got rid of our bags. And that because we had the whole day, our train was only leaving in the evening. And we had a day of just strolling around, some shopping. We ate some cake at Masolid Book Cafe, which is lovely. And I have a reputation. We entered the cafe and one of the others just looked around, looked at me and said, Lotta, I think I know why you chose this cafe. And I was like, oh, do you now? I don't think you do, but obviously it's because it's a book cafe. And as the sun was setting, we decided that we were hungry, so we went into like an Hungarian fast food something, I guess. You can see here it was like super high quality food, but we were hungry and it was warm, and I've eaten worse. I've definitely eaten worse. And then it was time to take the train back to Berlin and go home, and I was very sad about that. But I had a lovely, lovely, lovely time in Budapest. On our last day, it was very sunny, almost like the city was saying to us, no, don't go. There's so many more beautiful places that you haven't seen. And it worked, because I actually want to go back. I think next time I will be going in summer, just so I can, see a different side of the city. And, yeah. Let me know if you have ever been to Budapest, or if you're actually from there, or from Hungary in general. And another fun fact, I said to my friends on our first day in Hungary that if I ever made a restaurant where I serve Hungarian food, I would call it Hungary, but put the A in brackets, so it's like